Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Northgard. So, we're going to try to play a more aggressive game today, and I've chosen to play the Raven Clan. First of all, because I just haven't played Raven Clan very much, and I'd like to have a better grasp of them. And secondly, because I think being able to run mercenary attacks at people might be helpful, you know, dividing their defenses and stuff. Because my understanding is that you just pay a fee and mercenaries happen, but you still have your normal army. So it seems to me like these guys might be good at attacking people. And before we get too far into this, we're going to pause the game when it comes up and talk about things for a second. But I just want to shout out a person by the name of The Nose Plays, who commented on yesterday's episode with a video that they made, a helpful video. And I'll put a link to that in the description here as well. But I asked for help, and boy oh boy did you guys come through, and I just want to thank all of you. But I want to shout out The Nose Plays in particular because he put up a thing that could be useful to everybody. So, link in the description below. I mentioned the idea of re-examining my assumptions briefly, and then I didn't really do a good job of doing it. So I want to talk about that idea for a second here. The Nose Plays gives a piece of advice in the video. He says, don't build a house in your initial territory. It's very compelling to do so, right? You look at this and you go, well, shit, I'm going to have a new citizen soon, and then I'm not going to be able to grow anymore. And a couple of people have called me out in the comments for being real obsessed with population growth, probably more than is necessary, which is fair. That's an assumption that I carry over from a bunch of other games. In a lot of 4X type games, and this game definitely has some 4X stuff in it. Right, population is tremendously important because your population is your resources, and your resources are your ability to get things done. But you don't need to build your house right away. Part of the problem is that I didn't know that you could send villagers back to the town, or people back to the town hall to make them back into the villager job. So that was a piece of information that was useful. But you're going to population cap at some point in the game, no matter what you do. It's not going to break you to population cap for a couple of seconds early. And building the house in a different territory will allow you to free up a building slot in your home territory. I have not been building woodcutters lodges in my home territory when I can avoid it, because the home territory gets crowded quickly, and I want to make sure I have room for a dock. It never even struck me to not build the house. I had done this line of logic early, right? Okay, we're going to pop cap. I hate pop capping. I want more citizens. I want more stuff. So we build the house right away. And this is a thing that everybody does. It's a really valuable thing to re-examine in yourself. You do the logic the first time through, and you go, okay, building a house is obviously right. And then you start building upward from there, and because that's one of the foundational bits of your thought about the game, you never go back and re-examine it. It's too hard in a strategy game, especially a real-time strategy game, to redo all of the logic for every decision every time you want to make the decision. And this is, I mean, it's not a thing you can do in your life either. Nobody has this kind of time. So we take shortcuts, right? We remember things that we figured out before, and we just don't do that logic again. I did that already, I know. But every once in a while, you have to go back and look at all of the stuff that you've built up, all of the things you're using to shortcut your decision making, to save yourself time, to make yourself more efficient, and say, are those things actually necessarily true? And if you are having a bad time, like I was in the early part of this series, and you don't know why, it's not immediately clear to you why, it is very often the case that you screwed up somewhere in that stuff that you have now just trusted and taken as gospel. This is definitely right. That stuff. Somewhere you screwed up and it's not right. So The Nose Plays recommends not building a house in your initial territory. I had just assumed that after figuring out the first time, I had just assumed that was right and kept that solid. And I think he's totally right on. I think there's no good reason to build a house in the first territory, especially if you're doing the thing I'm doing where you're turbo scouting and getting out to the other territories quickly, because you could just build a house in the second place. And then you have a building in your... Well, I mean, he says this in his video. Then you have a building in this tile where you can turn people back to villagers, and a building in another tile where you can turn people back to villagers. So, yeah, please go watch his video. Good good tips, good suggestions, good ways to use the UI. And I just wanted to call that point out specifically because it's it's part of a valuable thing. Anyway, let's get building. So I had not been building my Woodcutter's Lodge right away, trying to skimp out and run it out in another tile if I could, in the hopes of saving a slot in our home territory. We will now save that slot by just building a house somewhere else. Let's take a quick look around. I don't see any tile signifiers, really. Looks like this tile has coast, which is cool. And of course there's a lake here, and we can see there's fish on this tile. Actually, no, I thought I saw a mushroom on the ground there. Let's get this started. And by not building... Okay, this is a good tile. By not building our house immediately, we actually are making it a little faster to... I'm going to just grab... Yeah, I'm going to grab this one. Hold on. Am I going to grab that one? Let's see what this is before I make that decision. This is adjacent to a Draugr pit. I'm just going to grab this one. So part of the... I guess I didn't talk about my clan at all. Sorry. Part of the thing of the Raven clan is you can colonize with crowns instead of food. In addition, they have their shipyard placed with the harbor, which is pretty much the same, except it lets you hire mercenaries to go attack people's coastal regions. At 200 fame, we get 2 villagers. At 500 fame, we get that ability to hire mercenaries at the harbor. In addition, scouting and exploration speed increased by 100%. Scouts no longer consume food, cannot be hurt while exploring. You pick this up, you have 1 scout, just clear the whole map. It's okay. I don't think it's spectacular. It does kind of bum me out that this replaced colonization, which lowers the food cost to colonize new areas, because I think that's pretty good. Here you get an increase to happiness based on the number of areas you've explored. Obviously, very, very good. Increases your military unit attack power depending on your current crown supply. So obviously these guys are very money focused in a lot of ways. Trade routes, crowns income, and marketplace supply by 50%, and plus 2 happiness per harbor, plus 3 if it's upgraded. So I'm not actually sure what the best way to do this is. Obviously we want journeymen quite badly. We also want to get to this stuff though. If we're going to be building harbors everywhere, we want shipbuilding, and of course I love carpentry mastery for the fact that we get to upgrade more buildings. I think I'm going to go bottom line first. My concern is that if we're going to try to win a military victory, we can't go down both of these lines, right? At some point we're going to have to like play military. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the best way to do this is. I think we're going to go bottom row for right now. I think that's what we're going to try. Listen, I might not be successful this game. That absolutely might occur. And also, I've been talking and stuff and not playing at optimal speed. That's not new. I should be using the UI properly. Noseplace has some good tips about the UI. Also, this thing, if you hit I, it pops up this information window. It's tremendously useful. I did not know about that. It pops up these information tags on the tiles. Like, I didn't even notice this is a place where you could build 4 buildings, and I probably wouldn't have for quite some time. So, yeah, very helpful. Alright, we want to get this, but we're going to have to build our training camp. And I'll just make it right here. So we have 4 building slots. There's nothing in this tile that motivates us to build any particular building here. So we can build a ship, we can build a dock rather, and then still have room for some other maintenance building, possibly the healer hut or something. As soon as we have this up, we'll clear this tile. It's looking pretty... Okay, we'll clear this tile too. There's kobolds up here. That's interesting. But I like this a lot. Silver and deer. We have a lot of food stuff really close together. So this is also nice that it just tells you straight up, there's this many enemies on the tile. If we're lucky, depending on the positions of the wolves here, we may be able to clear all 4 of these wolves with just two warriors. It kind of depends on how the wolves spread out. As it is, we're going to get them all hitting us at roughly the same time, and that's going to mean that we probably will not have enough health to fight anything else. If I could get them to separate a little bit. We can come at this guy first. Yeah, we'll get a couple of swings off here before the others get in. Yeah, this might be good enough. Actually, I think we're going to be okay. You can sometimes end up with both of your warriors on very low health if that doesn't work out right, which can make it difficult to go fight another wolf. But 2 warriors get through a wolf pretty quickly. Okay, great work. So I think I want this one first. We'll switch back to... No, we don't have any food because I've been having people doing other things for too long. Okay, we'll take this tile next, then this one. Unless there's something unpleasant in this... Ooh, there is. Okay, let's make contact with the kobolds, I guess? Or... No, that's not valuable. Let's explore this tile. Alright, so we're building up food. So you can see the crown cost and the food cost go up together. But at a certain point in the game, it'll be easier for us to generate crowns than it will be to generate food. Unless we get lucky and get a lot of food tiles, although, you know, we have started to get lucky here. Okay, I probably want to assign another person to... We're going to want to build a couple of buildings in quick succession here. Somebody come over here. See, this is one thing he was saying. When I just want somebody come over here, I should be right-clicking to select all, and then clicking on the task, because it will just grab the closest person and bring them over. That's something that is going to be a little tough for me to break my bad habit on, but I'm going to work on it here. So, do we want to... What's the crown cost for 32? Alright. I think the next thing I build's got to be the dock. We got to get our income going. Ooh, the Thorrath tile. I like it. I don't know how we will take it over necessarily. That might be a task. Look, I'm doing it right. So here's the problem. Part of the reason I wasn't doing things that way is because I got bad clicking accuracy. If you select all and you click on the ground near the building, everybody runs over. And there's a good solution to that problem, which is to just not click wrong. Just don't do a bad job. But unfortunately, I do a bad job. If you guys have been watching this channel for any period of time, you'll know that's like the #1 most salient thing about me is I do a bad job. It's alright, we're going to figure this out. Let's not expect a win here. We're just going to try some stuff. We're going to learn. Like I said, I haven't played Ravenclan very much, so I do not have a good feel for the strength of the mercenaries. I do know that I'm able to run them off pretty easily, so, you know, sort of implies that it's not, they're not super powerful. So once we have this up, that's going to be a while. Ah, God, I love having a progress tag, though, so I don't have to click on the building. I don't know if this I key information thing is in the tutorial or not. My suspicion is that it is not, or I might have known about it. That's really useful. It should be in the tutorial if it isn't. So we might buy this with food. 80? I don't know. We'll buy it with whatever gives us, whatever we have access to quickest. Because I'm going to want... It's going to be money, probably. Because if I run 2 villagers over here, we're going to lose access to most of our food income. I'm under attack. Oh, no. Oh, this is actually pretty bad. Run from the wolf. We need somebody else to tank. Get him. Yeah, we gotta get the healer's hut online. Also, I gotta pay more attention. I'm food capping. Here's fine, I guess. We'll build the mine here. We can build our healer hut. I guess I don't want to build my healer hut here. We can build it over here. It's fine. So we're gonna bottom line. And now we're actually bringing in a ton of money. So we're going to probably be colonizing tiles through money for a while, which is actually really good because it means we can save our food for the winter. Ordinarily, I'd be all... Actually, this tile only has room for 2 buildings. We want to build 2 food buildings on it. So we're probably going to have to develop this tile and then use the extra 1 to get the stone. So I don't think I want to put off the farm. We're going to build the fisherman's hut first, is where I was going. Because, obviously, winter's coming and we don't have a huge supply of food. We might have to pull the sailors back. Obviously, it would be best if we didn't have to, but... Where are you at? Okay, you're over here. Yeah, it would be best if we didn't have to, but... We can't starve. We can't go down to starvation levels. It's a bad idea. So once we have once we're in contact with other players, having a standing army, people are telling me, will make them less likely to attack me. They'll want to attack whoever's weakest. And if I just make that not me, they won't mess with me so much. But I will say that that was definitely not my impression during the earlier builds. I know that there have been AI changes. I'm assuming people are right. But basically what I'm doing is trying to make excuses for why I wasn't already doing that. Actually, no, we're cool. We're cool. -1 should be fine. As always, I don't want to have any more people devoted to villager stuff than I have to during the winter. So, we're going to want to build a healer's hut in this region as soon as we can, and then, honestly, we want to build a harbor in that region shortly after. I might put off the farm. Food's less important for us than it is for the other clans, because we don't have to use it to colonize. So I might put off this farm and just build a stone mine here instead, and worry about putting the farm up after the stone mine disappears. Do I think I could pull another villager for lore? We have -4? Less sure of this. I'm going to leave it for the moment, because I really do want the lore. Oh, actually, I definitely can't if I'm going to build this healer's hut. And I do want to get this up as quickly as possible. So this guy gets to be the builder instead. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get our healer hut up. Trying to keep an eye on this, waiting for that wolf to show up because they know he's coming. There's going to be another wolf attack, and when it happens, we gotta micro this villager up in front real fast. Yeah, I think I'm definitely over-focusing on population for the reasons I just explained, but it's like, this is one of those things where in this case, I'm not even carrying forward bad information from having done the math in this game. I've just done similar math in other games, and I was like, well, I already know this thing. And it turns out that you cannot learn a thing that you think you already know. It's a real problem in real life as well as in video games. Although I guess I shouldn't say that, because video games are in real life. Oh no! The moment I looked away, I fell for the thing. Get him! Well, that's bad. Oh my god, both of my hunters died. How did I do such a bad job? Well, at this point, we actually have to, like, completely disengage from the tile. Hey, everybody! Sheep, you are not needed. Actually, this guy should probably chill until until his people are... There we go. Yeah, so being adjacent to a wolf spawner during the winter is real bad for that reason. Okay. Woodcutter's back to the woodcutting tile, and everybody else is basically cool. Let's get to villagers on this. You stop running. Actually, oh, never mind. I was gonna say we gotta put you back to villager stance because we were actually starving, but now we're not. Everything's fine. Well, that bought us some room under our population cap, huh? So we have a huge amount of money now. We're going to have to take this tile over. So, do I have 2 people who are healthy? Fishermen. Welcome to the army. We are going to briefly starve. That's not great. Not a lot I want to do about it, I should say. I could just not do this, but I want to clear this wolf spawner. This has to stop. We're going to get adjacent to Draugr by doing this, which is not totally ideal, but, you know, Draugr are a little bit less aggressive than wolves are. They will attack us, but they'll attack us later. Alright, you guys gotta go back and make food immediately. Hopefully we can clear starvation before anybody gets sick. Alright. That was pushing it a little bit. I wanted to make sure we can get that done. Alright, the scout has met the kobolds, and I guess we go... Jeez. Not really a huge number of options for exploring in this direction. Yeah, this is cliff, so we can't actually get to there. I don't know if it's necessary to put this up right now, but I feel like it might be. I'm living in terror over here. Okay, somebody's gotta switch back to gathering. We are a little basic resource light right now, and I'm not worrying about that as much as I would normally be because, of course, the crowns are going to help us out tremendously. We do need to get a marketplace built, though. So I want to run people over and refill the fish thing. We should have some fishermen, but I actually don't want to do it until we build up a little bit more food. They're not gathering anymore. Fishermen don't gather more food during the summer months than villagers do. Although I guess this is another thing I'm kind of assuming is still true. So we're at +4. Let's run over and fill this. My previous testing indicated that fishermen gather only as efficiently as villagers during the summer. Okay, yep, seems to be the case. They just don't lose any efficiency during the winter, which is really nice. Okay, and now we have another place to build a lot of important stuff. So speaking of important stuff, what's our next important thing? Probably our next important thing is silver, since we have so much money. Or stone. It's definitely mining of some kind. Hey, where are you going? Oh, you know what? I think I selected this guy by right-clicking on villagers, so when I moved him in... It's going to take me a minute to get intuitive on this. Yeah, if we have our war chief, we can kill the Valkyrie, then we can take this, which will be beneficial to us in a number of ways. And also, it just means I don't have to worry about other people getting it later. So we have another source of silver, more deer over here. I guess expanding in this direction needs to be our priority. This thing would be nice to have too. So let's grab this. And I'm going to pull our scout over to it. So we're about to have a Draugr spawn. We got to relocate some people. Because we are not ready for this. Actually, we have 4 people in the tile. Maybe we are ready. And hunters have slightly higher attack. Yeah, hunters have 1 point of extra attack power over villagers. So they actually are better fighters. I think, you know what, with 4 people we'll be able to deal with 1 Draugr. So, the mine. I do think that we want to get our iron mine up first. It's also way more feasible to use food for a lot of early feasting with these guys, since you can expand with crowns. I'm trying to think, what else do I need to be doing? I should probably be building another house soon. Oh, I can put somebody back on woodcutting. We only have 1 woodcutter. So I'm not sure what the deal is with these guys. I do see that they've taken a tile that has what looks like stone and also deer on it. We could just try to go through them, right? I'm not sure how good of a plan that is. So we're about to get a big influx of cash. I'm not too worried about running us completely out of money by hiring a war chief. But I do think I want to keep my food positive. I probably don't want to reassign everybody. Get him! Guys, hey. Apparently it would be a little bit faster to manually assign people to attack. Okay. I probably could have left that hunter in, and the fact that 2 people who are injured means that we are suffering a greater loss of production than we were before, but I wasn't 100% sure that he wasn't going to die right before the Draugr. By the way, I'm not 100% sure on that pronunciation. I'm going real hard on the aw sound. I know I have some viewers from Scandinavian areas. If anybody wants to correct my pronunciation, please always feel free to do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and feast. We got a lot of time before winter. So I'm going to take bonus happiness from harbors since we immediately... Oh, we are immediately over our population cap because we got 2 villagers there. This would be a good place to build a house. And then, honestly, I think the next thing I'm going to do is build another harbor. So we see red is over here somewhere. Oh, red is right there, in fact. So red's going to get to this tile before we can, almost certainly. So let's not make that part of our plan. I'm kind of thinking I might want to take over Kobold Town. I don't know that these guys are particularly helpful to have around, and there's a deer tile right there, and maybe this will be sort of a medium-term goal. I've never tried to fight kobolds before. I don't know how dangerous they are or anything, but let's give it a shot. I have traded with them a little bit, and my impression has been that nothing happens when you trade with them. I don't know, maybe that would be a good thing to try this game instead. Somebody get on this. And that is resources for a war chief. But we don't... Do we need the war chief right this second? We'll get some happiness from taking this tile over. Actually, I probably want to clear out adjacent Draugr. This might be 5 though. A war chief cannot kill 5 dudes. He probably can't kill one of them in the time it would take them to beat him down. I'm gonna send him over here instead. And I honestly should probably even... I'm gonna grab you two. We're gonna warrior up. We're gonna clear this and then conquer it before the winter. Hurry, hurry, hurry. We definitely have the money for another expansion. Especially by the time we're done here. Right? Yeah, 80. No big deal. Oh no, the health bars are all over top of each other. I can't tell who's getting hit. Okay, it looks like the war chief's doing all of the time. You guys gotta focus your fire though. Oh, that was a little premature. Alright, cool. Actually, you know what? As long as you guys are around, we can probably start... you know what? The war chief's too injured to fight the Valkyrie. Go ahead and just get back to work. And we have a bunch of food. We should be fine through the winter, I'm guessing. One of these villagers should go back to woodcutting. We're actually going to need another woodcutter's camp real soon. Actually, really soon. Well, the good news is we're in a good place to start improving tools with the silver that we just got from that Draugr camp. I'm going to improve our woodcutters first. And then probably deer will come afterward. We do need to still build our stone mine. We're at -1. I'm trying to think, how could I refigure this? If I turn the miner and 1 civilian into sailors, I think we should be able to keep this thing running all winter. We're at -7 food right now. That should be fine. We're gonna have to build a silo somewhere. I mean, I'd want to build the silo here, but this tile, unfortunately, is very cramped. Alright, healing's coming along. Oh, we need another house. Yeah, and with 2 woodcutters, we're still at -1 during the winter. So we're going to population cap here for a minute. Yeah, not much to be done about it. We're just population capping for a bit. We're going to have to build another house after the winter, and then after the house, we're going to have to build another woodcutter's camp, and then we can get back to real building. Where's my scout at? What's he doing? Okay, so you can explore a tile that's claimed by another player if it wasn't claimed by that player when you started exploring it. we're going to be doing some fighting relatively soon. I think I'm going to start picking this stuff up. So we started exploring this, and then they claimed it, is what happened. I don't know. I don't know what's up with these guys. If you have some experience with the kobolds, like, if they do something cool when you trade with them for long enough, I'd love to know. And the fact is, I probably have not traded with them for long enough to find out. Because I know that getting the cool thing from the giants takes like 1,000,000 years. It's a very, very long process. Okay. Corey. Famous Viking name. You know, it's that terrible Viking, Corey. Let's go... Plus tools for hunters. Obviously, this is a building that's going to be high on my my upgrade priority list. Although upgrading the docks gives us extra happiness, so that's the thing I got to consider too. Let's get somebody on this runestone. At full health, I don't think my war chief can take a Valkyrie by himself, so we will grab a healer to do that. All right. The house is our next priority. We have a lot of building slots in a lot of places. Honestly, I'm probably just going to build it here. I guess it makes sense to spread the houses out as much as possible. There as many places as possible to turn people back into villagers. That was definitely a thing we saw during our game with the Boar clan. You can have a real problem with that. Somebody get over here. I think it's pretty close. I think the war chief plus one person is good enough to take a Valkyrie down. We'll expand over that. That'll get us a bunch of fame. We don't really want to attack another player until we're past 500 fame, because I want to have access to the mercenaries. I think that's a reasonable way to do this. Alright. And we don't currently have a scout. Our scout died. I'm going to just accept that. I'm going to be okay with that for right now, but... Okay, yeah, we're winning the race. So we could use a little bit of happiness from exploring a tile here, or from colonizing a new tile, so we'll take this. Also, the fame, also the other thing. And then you just get back to, I guess, being a villager for right now, until I figure out something better. So... plus 5% attack bonus to all of our military units. There's not really a good reason for our war chief to be on this side. I guess I could attack these guys. We could still get this tile. Red has not been expanding quickly. So maybe... How much is it going to be to colonize this? 116? Actually, it would be neat if we could build our second camp. We do need a second camp, like I said. It'd be neat if it could be here. If our war chief was at full health, we could just go after this this bear. A war chief does beat a bear in straight combat, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's by a huge amount, but... Do I want to increase civilian attack, or... I think I'm going to take fur coats. And also 3 happiness. I think that was a reasonable thing to do. Okay. So I'm going to hold off on the, This has to happen. I gotta get this done. I'm no longer mining iron. I think I'm actually okay with that for now. And we could probably get this done right now if I'm willing to train another person up. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, actually, I don't want to group select that because I don't want 2 warriors. You know, you should become a healer. Alright, so the healing the sick takes precedent over healing our military units. So we're not going to get any more war chief healing done for a little bit here anyway. Works for me. Let's take down this bear. And then this is 3 wolves. We don't actually want to kill the wolves until we can take the territory, because if we do, Red will take it. This is... I mean, I'm signing myself up for trouble over here. Maybe I don't take this territory until I'm ready to take both, because this doesn't... Ah, but I want to build my woodcutters camp here. Yeah, this just sucks is all. I'm going to chase into a lot of bad guys. Okay, come back. You know what, we'll end up building a third woodcutter camp, probably. I'm just not gonna stress about it. Build it here. We have a lot of building space available. So you need to go back to being a villager. Alright, the sick are healed. It looks like one of the healers died, though. Was one of the healers sick? Probably. So I actually think we probably do need to make these fields now. Ah, except... Well, no, I have a ton of money. Yeah, I'll just develop the area. That's not what I wanted to do. I mean, I guess it's fine for all... This is actually an okay place for all of our villagers to be. Since I intend to build a... I guess that's not really something I have to come running for. This is an okay place for all of our villagers to be, because this is where I want to build my, what do you call it? This is where I want to build my silo, anyway, my first silo, because it's a good, strong food tile. So Torun has, in fact, run out and grabbed this, and he's immediately building a tower, because he suspects there will be trouble. Correctly, I think. I am going to make trouble. That is a real thing that is going to happen. Okay, we're doing alright on resources now. I think the next thing I should build is a marketplace. We need to be able to trade some of our money off for other stuff. We're tearing it up on lore. So, I wish that the conversion for this was more obvious. It just says, depending on your crowns in stock. Maybe it will say once we have it. Maybe there'll be an indicator somewhere. Let's hope so. Because I'm taking it, obviously. Is it the +4? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the conversion is or where it comes from, and I would like to. So obviously we have to generate some food. Marketplace is 80 wood. We could build it... I don't know, there's a lot of places we could build it. Put it over here. Alright, and then we click directly on the thing instead of near it. So yeah, those are both fine. We're gonna have to put somebody on this probably now, actually. So I need to start building it up before the winter. Could you please just finish healing this guy? He's so close to full. He will immediately go back to full production. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to start wearing these guys down. The presence of these guys is keeping Yellow from running in here. But also, I don't really value this space very much. I just want them not to be attacking me. Alright, healer's about to be done healing. We don't have great stockpiles of any of our resources. Yeah, I think we need to focus on upgrades for the near future. So I don't want to take anybody off of food for the moment. I don't really want to pull anybody off of... Oh, we can just buy some food. The food and wood piles in the marketplace build up pretty quickly. These ones take considerably longer. So yeah, red is expanding out into us, trying to make our lives difficult. Alright, let's start upgrading stuff properly now. I think this is going to be our first priority, actually. So we're okay on happiness for the moment. I want to get my my food supply during winter a little bit more secure. The benefit of us taking over this tile, aside from the forest, which is fine. Forests, by the way, are only 10% wood production. They used to be 20% extra, so I probably overvalue them slightly because of that, because I'm thinking of them being worth more than they actually are. I was thinking for a moment there about buying food and then just doing a feast, but I think a feast wouldn't provide us 7 extra food production. I think we'd still be slightly negative. So we'll just, we'll feast during the next summer. For now, though, things are looking okay. These kobolds are freaking me out. Killing the kobolds and taking their stuff is going to be worth fame. We do need more fame. Okay, tremor is annoying because I really, really want to be spending wood on stuff. Do I think I could assign a person off of... You know what, I'll assign you off of lore to get more wood. We should... I want full wood income right now. But the marketplace is going to help a lot. We're going to be able to patch problem areas pretty easily here. So actually, I think I'm going to buy... How much wood is it to do this? 80. Alright, as soon as there's enough wood available here, I'm going to buy us up some wood. Actually, we're pretty much good. Ooh, wow, they're getting really Draugr. This is why I don't want to be adjacent to the Draugr spawner during winter, because this happens. I don't think it'll be enough to destroy this. We could come and help it out. Nah, I don't want to... I don't want to spend the micro to engage, frankly. Alright. That's probably pretty good for us. So our next two upgrades should be the harbors. Yeah, okay, our resource incomes are actually looking pretty good. Oh wow, they are going to get it. Go, little dude, go! Get my war chief over here. I don't think Red's gonna let this decolonize, but if they did... If I can take this over without putting Red into the war state, okay. Never mind. Yeah, unfortunately, the next thing we need to build, spend wood on probably is building defensive towers. At least we don't have to watch our coastline this game. Yeah, them grouping up like this is making me a little nervous. I probably want both of these. I'm going to take this for right now. Just keep the happiness rolling. We're actually doing very well for not having a... I'll let that tower deal with it. We're doing very well for not having a brewery. And not having a brewery has allowed us to save wood to use for other important things. Okay, so our resource incomes are great now, and we're going to build these towers. Oh, I guess somebody has to come and repair this tower that's on fire. Except I don't have 25 wood. And then actually, that's right, we need to save up some wood because there's going to be an earthquake soon. That said, if I don't build these defensive towers, I'm concerned that I'm going to get massacred, so maybe I should... Yeah, we'll build this defensive tower, then we'll wait. And as soon as we hit 150 food, we feast. You know, I haven't played a good game of Feast for Odin in, like, a couple of weeks at this point. Talking about Vikings so much, it's got me... It's put me back in the mood. Another one of those might be appearing on the channel soon. I hope you guys are digging the board game stuff. I don't know, it's pretty different than video games in some ways, but also I play a lot of, like, slow turn-based strategy games, and those games are actually quite similar to board games. So I don't know. I don't know if that stuff is super landing. Okay, I'm so glad I was building this tower. Yep, I thought so. Red. I knew you couldn't be trusted. Never trust people who want to wear uniforms the same color as blood. As long as humans bleed red, red will always be a bad guy color. Alright, so it's real weird, though, that they chose to attack the space that has my war chief and my tower in it instead of the space that has basically nothing in it. I assume that they target places where there are villagers the same way that I target places that there are villagers, so that they can inflict maximum civilian casualties, because that also is a real bad guy maneuver. Alright. So, what are we waiting on as far as killing players goes? Should we be trying to kill red? I need to build up... Well, first of all, we need to get past this. Then I need to build military buildings. Then I need to upgrade my military buildings so that my military units are better and so that they can... so I can field more of them. And we actually have the money to field a lot. So let's see how this tremor goes. We need a shield bearer and an axe thrower camp. I mean, actually, we're so good on wood. I'm just going to go ahead and start building the axe thrower camp now. And it looks like red may have volunteered for first guy murdered. It would have been cool to get in before this defense tower went up, but I can't rush him now with 2 warriors and a war chief. That's not going to work. You can see he has a larger standing army than we do, or at least a larger possible standing army. Okay, somebody fix this, and then this, and then this. So actually, maybe our next upgrades have to be the military buildings, because, you know, stone is limited. Just keep feasting. Look at this, we saved so much space in our home territory this time that I'm actually able to just build late military buildings. Okay. So the axe thrower camp seems like an important one. Increase axe thrower's attack by 10%. What does upgrading this do? Warriors attack by 10%. That's also fine. Oh, this is an actual player attack. Can I get some warriors? Okay, well, yellow's lost their war chief. We're gonna have to rebuild our tower, unfortunately. Okay, I overcommitted a little bit there. I'll admit it. Okay, you guys do that. Somebody come fix this. You need to find another job. I guess this for now. And now we have room here to build that silo when we want to. So yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade our military buildings. So now we can hire mercenaries. How does this work exactly? Okay. We're going to need to scout other players' stuff. Actually, that's something I need to do. We probably want better houses by now, so do I have enough resources to upgrade a house? I do. Okay. Yeah, we're actually really killing it on happiness. So you get to be a scout. We got to find Red's home tile. Okay. We don't have a healer right now because I keep running my healers off to do other stuff. We could attack yellow since their war chief's dead. Maybe that's smarter. Where's my scout? And we settled forward on yellow really quickly. So actually, yellow's home territory is probably not very far from us. So yeah, I guess by the time we can attack yellow, their war chief will be back to life. But also their war chief's a real pain in the ass to deal with. He does a lot of damage. Where's my scout? Okay, he's coming. I'm just going to keep feasting whenever we have the opportunity here. So we need another stone mine. Alright, to develop this area. So what's my maximum warband size? Do I have an easy way of seeing that? 7. Okay. We're already doing better on this than I have been in the past. Need more wood. I could buy wood, but I don't have that much money. Or not wood, we need more stone. Stone mining is very expensive, and I don't want to run down to almost 0 money. We definitely don't need so many people gathering, though, so let's do this. Well, I think that's pretty obvious. Let's upgrade our military buildings. So we are now at 9 warband size, and all of our units are great. Do I want to, like, maybe we wait until winter and attack? Because I have fur coats, but I don't know for sure that they do. We might be able to get something going there. But we're just going to try overwhelming force. This is a coastal tile. Let's check here. We're just going to try overwhelming force plus a mercenary attack at the same time. I'm not even going to... This is not a finesse sort of moment. So we want to have a bunch of money in the bank, right? Because we want to... Right, 15 plus 12 attack power. Did the War Chief's attack power get improved by this upgrade? Is he a warrior? I don't know. So we probably, as winter approaches, might want to think about upgrading the... Well, actually, we're extremely fine on food. Never mind. Your tools are already upgraded. Like I said, we want to save up money. We want to make sure we have enough cash on hand to be getting the maximum bonus from gear upgrade. It's possible that I'm waiting too long and that I should be attacking earlier in the game, too. These are going to have to be upgraded for maximum safety. Actually, we're getting pretty close to needing... Actually, we're going to need another house upgrade. I was going to say we're getting pretty close to our population cap, but this house upgrade fixes that. So, actually, I probably want to improve the tools of my fighters, right? That's expensive in terms of iron. It's not that bad in terms of money. Yeah, we're at -9 food, which is absolutely fine. I actually do really want to build this silo, I think. So this will help us right now, because it'll give us more income from the fishery and stuff. This is just a good tile to have a silo on. So actually, as things stand right now, I have nowhere near enough money to put together this army, right? It's going to be incredibly expensive. I need another source of cash. That source of cash could be a trading post. Maybe we just trade with the kobolds. Am I at maximum? I am at maximum woodcutters, and it's not enough. Yeah, you know what? I'll make a trading post, and we'll go ahead and trade with the kobolds. Part of the value of having a neutral tribe to trade with is that they can't declare war on you. So we know we will be able to maintain our kobold trade routes, unless... no, yellow is not going to attack them. We stopped yellow from getting adjacent to them. So after winter ends, we'll start putting together our crew here, our combat crew. Alright, we know where yellow's home territory is. It is only 2 territories away from the border. Or however you want to say this. It is the 2nd territory from the border. So I could build multiple camps. Will this give me more unit capacity? Probably. Our unit capacity is bound right now by our money more than anything else. So I guess I don't really need to worry about that. I definitely feel more like I'm capable of generating a large army this game than I often do, so I must be doing something slightly more correctly. Man, winter needs to end, though. We still need a lot of wood. I'm actually going to build another woodcutter camp. I want to wait till winter ends, though, so we don't go into freezing. Finding 3 sheep early was nice. That's been helpful. Also, I hope that the information tags aren't cluttering up the screen for you guys. I'm really good at just kind of seeing through that stuff when I don't want to be looking at it. So it's not bothering me, but let me know if it's a problem, and I might not keep them on at all times. Our scout's fine. He'll be alright. So we're actually getting, like, really good lore income for the entire game. We might be in a position to win a lore victory if this military thing doesn't work out. It is not the plan, but if it happens, I'm not going to turn down a chance to win. Probably. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Okay, so the next thing I want to build is a marketplace or a trading post, and then after that, harbor upgrades are important. Alright, so let's start figuring out our army. I definitely want to have axe throwers. Axe throwers do the best damage. I'm allowed to have my warband composition be whatever I want, I think. It doesn't have to be, you know, capped at 2 axe throwers because I only have 1 axe thrower building. It could be 9 axe throwers, I'm pretty sure. That is my current understanding of how this works. I know he's just running over here because of the guys that are attacking him, but also I want to be over here because I'm nervous about this. Hey, that build order didn't actually happen. Oh, marketplace is the wrong building. Trading post. I don't think I'm going to put anybody on this wood camp right now, but I want this to be around for the winter. What's up, miner? Oh, sure. Good news, miners. You get to be part of the army. Let's grab warriors. I'll put 1 or 2 shield bearers in. I don't think the shield bearers are terribly important, but it's good to have one around to run in and take initial tower aggro. Should build a house. So I can have 4 more. Man, you really need a lot of money to take maximum advantage of these large warband sizes. Well, we're about to be able to expand our sailors. So this costs 200 additional. Yeesh. Very expensive. And unfortunately, we do have to wait for the boat to come back before I can click on that thing. You are... go become a merchant? I guess. Actually, probably not. He'll be a merchant for right now, until I'm done figuring this stuff out. So it's taken me an awful long time to put together an attack. I'm not being super efficient here. So the kobolds will give us 4 coins. The kobolds trade more for our resources than other players do. We'll probably have to stop that during the winter, but for right now it's okay. I'm not too worried about our wood production for the purpose of building. It's just during the winter we're starting to get kind of cold. Sharp axes is nice, though, at this point. So we want to have at least 1 shield bearer. Now we have 3 slots left. So I could get, like, 2 more warriors, or 1 more warrior and 2 more axe throwers. We're going to micro our units kind of carefully then, because we have a lot of... Axe throwers are vulnerable, is the only real problem, right? Gosh, I just need more money. I'm gonna upgrade this harbor. Stop the raid. I gotta keep an eye on this guy. He does not naturally want to explore into other players' territory to find their stuff. I will say we are definitely not getting attacked very much now that we have this very large standing army. So this is a problem. We could wait until winter to attack. I don't know, does the blizzard... The blizzard doesn't affect people's attack, right? Yeah. Okay, so we could wait until winter to attack, hoping that there's no fur coats on our enemy's side. We just need a huge amount of money. Give me a random villager, get in here. Okay, so plus 13 is pretty good. Does anybody know the math on this? If you do, please illuminate us in the comments. Otherwise, we may have to do some science and figure it out ourselves. But that is a thing that we need to know what the actual function of that ability is to play this clan well. Alright. In theory, it should be relatively easy to eliminate yellow. All we have to do is attack them successfully. Ooh, this is kind of a moment here. I'm gonna go for it. Run, run. Let yellow have the tile. Okay. So we just murdered Red's army real bad. Let's grab one more shield bearer, and then I guess one more axe thrower is all we actually have the money for. And who is the healthiest shield bearer? You are. Go. And then we're right behind you. So we're gonna mess Red up real bad here while we have the opportunity, because we know they don't have a war chief. Okay. That was a good moment of opportunity. Now, I do not know where their home territory is, and that's a real problem. And our damn scout died. But if we just keep up the pressure, we might be okay. We're going to have to decolonize a lot of their territory between here and there. It's going to be a slow push, but I think it's worth doing. I'm a little concerned about food and everything. What's our colonization cost right now? So you can see, having no military units or towers on the tile means that there is decolonization happening. Okay, good. We managed to intercept him before he got to that very weak axe thrower. Actually, yeah, that axe thrower is still alive. So we could take this now. I'm going to. We're taking this just so that we can keep pushing forward while receiving healing, because you can only get healed while you're in your own territory. And actually, can I get one person who's not doing a terribly important job to also heal? We need as many healers as possible at this moment. Also, a building's on fire. Oh, that's my building now, I guess. Sure, fix that. That's actually useful. Do we have the resources to upgrade this? I do. I'm going to do that. Double our healing speed. So now that this is ours, I'm going to go ahead and... we might not be able to get this one. Never mind. Their war chief's back, so... Let's let the healing up happen. But I noticed they're taking hits from other sides. It looks to me like they might be... Oh, please tell me that's just Droger. Nope. Okay. Inconvenient timing, gentlemen. And they did a good job here of leading with the shield bearer. We're not actually that well suited to dealing with this attack. Come here. Alright, we're gonna have to gather everybody up. This is gonna cost us. Yeah, there's no version of this where we don't lose a huge number of people, sadly. Okay, get back over there. Wow, we are losing food at an incredible rate right now. Where's my marketplace? Okay. So that was real bad. We lost our war chief. Good job. What is this guy's deal? Oh, okay. This guy could be cutting wood. And in fact, get me one other woodcutter. Ah. Yeah, that's annoying. I know you guys think you don't have a job, but you're gonna have to heal people through all the sickness in a second, so stick with it. Come help. So we're pretty upgraded. Yeah, okay, we can force him out. Can't build anything. This is actually a really bad time for a blizzard. It kind of like kills all of my momentum. And unfortunately, yellow and red both fighting me instead of yellow fighting red. I'm pretty sure that it is not the case that we were getting attacked. I'm pretty sure now that it is not the case that we were getting attacked because of not having a military. Because we definitely, when yellow attacked us there, we definitely had a better standing military than red. A yellow attacked into a tower to fight us instead of red. Okay, apparently we're still short food producers, really? Where's some people who are not making food? Actually, I'm gonna pick this up. Better marketplace prices, better trade route income. Okay, so we have a lot of sick people. This is really bad. Yeah, I had built up what I thought were large enough stockpiles, but they were not. They were not large enough. Okay, so you need to become a builder. We can't pull anybody off of food right now, unfortunately. We're gonna have some deaths, though. The double healing speed is definitely helping. Okay, we are surrendering this tile. And that guy's probably dead now. Taking that much damage while sick is not okay. Okay, well, I feel like I've got a better grasp. I don't think this one's gonna work out. I do think we could probably still win. We could audible into a lore victory. I'm like 100% certain of that. Oh, really? Yeah, we could still win this, but we're not going to get the military victory I was looking for. But I really do feel like yeah, and this is gonna happen non-stop. So I'm gonna call it here for today. I don't think we're gonna get there, but I feel a lot more confident now. I feel better. So I'm gonna think about this over the weekend, come back on Monday, and I swear to you, we will bathe our tiny cartoony weapons in the blood of our enemies. That's gonna be real good. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you then.